Hey guys, today I have a quick update for you because I feel like it's really important to update when it comes to something like this. The first time that I have done this was with the Shadowhunter attack speed, and this being the second. However, that's still way too many in my opinion when it comes to large audiences and having a influence over them. And that is what I said in my last video, being that Megalithic was slated to be released on June 10th specifically. And to my surprise, or not to my surprise, but to my delightment, people were like, where did you get this magical number, June 10th? So I'm actually really happy that people were questioning the dates because, you know, sometimes I feel like people just take everything that they hear on the internet and just believe it, you know, verbatim. So I'm actually very glad that a few people, you know, stepped out and were like, where are you getting this number? And where I personally got the number was on my live stream. You know, I stream every single day on my Twitch channel. You know, check out my Twitch. But yeah, I stream every single day, and that includes Friday. And that includes the time that Tryon is streaming. So I can't watch Tryon stream while I'm streaming because they stream during the middle of mine. I stream before they live or start. I stream while they're going, and I stream well after they stop. You know, they do 45 minutes. I do 8 hours. So after the live stream on last Friday, I had quite a few people, 5 to 6 different people at different times come in and say that Megalithic was said to be released on June 10th. And it's probably one of the weirdest things that's ever happened on the internet for me, to be honest, because now that I've looked into it, you know, I don't know where they got that. How did that many people get that specific date? You know, it was so weird. I feel like I even made it up in my mind, which I didn't, by the way. I had people say that I was a liar. I didn't. I have no reason to make up a date for a patch. That's kind of far-fetched to say that I purposefully was trying to misinform people, because that's why. What would I gain out of that? But yeah, that was probably a bad example, or a bad example to say that I made that up in my head, because now people are gonna actually think that I was really lying. So just ignore that really quick. But yeah, I felt it was only it was hard to distrust that. You know, you have that many different people coming in. Not gonna name any names because you know, it's not their fault. Maybe they were misinformed, or maybe they're right. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on it. But what I did find was something that has been sitting in front of you this entire time. You can see the URL and everything. You can Google it. And this is from Rick Denother. You know, he is the head guy of Trove. He's actually been doing an amazing job of answering questions on the forums. Again, this guy is freaking amazing. But he did answer this specific question last Friday, which is the day of the live stream, which is why I trust this now. And I am glad that people brought it to my attention. And he says specifically, we are shooting to have Megalithic live mid to late June, followed by our next Shadow Tower update 2 to 3 months later, and then the club update will come after that. This is all I could find. I googled Trove Megalithic, I googled Trove Megalithic June, which is how I found this post specifically. I googled Trove Megalithic June 10th, which was my video, which kind of sucks, but it is my fault. You know, I'm the only person that can take fault. I did not look into something, I believed, I don't want to say random, but you know, specifically, I believed random people on the internet. It was too enticing not to distrust, and I should have looked into it. Same thing with the attack speed Shadowhunter thing, you know, a year ago. I did the same thing. I trusted, you know, the words of Avram, and it turned out to be false. It could be true. Again, I don't know how that many different people got that same date. If you guys have a source to that date, make sure to leave in the comments or message me that date so I can, again, make another update that it was, in fact, that date. But for now, this is all I could find, mid to late June. So that seems like the date that, or the time frame that's going to come out. I don't see anything for June 10th, and I am sorry that I said June 10th. But again, I do feel like some people might have gone a little too far with calling me like a liar. Again, I had no reason to lie. That makes no sense. I don't gain any benefit for saying June 10th rather than mid-June. It's the same thing, right? So again, I'm just trying to, you know, confirm that yeah, it was a full-out mistake for not looking into a source. I did not look into it before I said it. It was a mistake. It was not a lie. They're two completely different things. And I'm sorry. I would say that I would never do this again, but considering this is the second time, I would just pray that I always look into something in the future. Maybe since it's been a year since the first incident, I got a little lazy. I'd admit, probably I was really, really lazy. I didn't want to watch the last live stream because there was nothing for me to cover besides, obviously, this date, which I should have looked into. So, yes, I will try my best to never misinform you guys again, because I do not like when that happens. I see it a lot, even in the Trove community. I see with other content creators, it happens a ton, and I was so proud that, you know, if I did ever do the mistake, it was the one and only time of the Shadowhunter attack speed, which was a really hot topic back then that a lot of people got wrong, and I'm really, really sad that I, you know, stepped up to that plate again and did it once more, you know, with a different subject, and I'm very, very, very sorry for you guys, or to you guys, that, you know, I did provide some misinformation that could be true, could not be true. This is all I have. I'm saying mid to late June from now on until we get a specific date out of their mouths. I'm going to wait until it comes out of their mouth, and they're like, next week is Megalithic. I'm going to wait till it's a next week thing, you know, when it's the next patch. The next patch is going to be when I actually say, you know, Megalithic is coming out. It doesn't take it away from the last video, just to provide any, you know, to clear up any other information. It doesn't take away from the last video. That's still all the items you want to invest in. Make sure you're doing that. But the specific date, it is not June 10th. To my knowledge. Again, if you have any sources, leave them in the comments below, and that is going to be it for this video.